Hello and welcome to Total Party Crit. I am your dungeon master, Dengle.
I'm Vela. I play Esther Feldman. She is also known by the title of Greystrike.
So, hi, my name is Buttons. I am playing Lady Diana Lynette Isadora Bourget.
So I'm Nevar. I'm playing Force Gem Jar.
Hi everyone, I'm Gosia, and I am playing Indigo Inc.
I'm Rooster. I'll play Egan.
Now, let's get rolling. Alright, so, hello, yet again. We're back, and Button's in with us because school, if we're being honest. So, it's just us four again, which is fine. It's been a minute since we actually played, so if we would like to remind people of what we have done up until this point, maybe not the entire thing, but
you know, it's been a lot.
Just a smidgen.
I volunteer you, Kosia.
Sure. Let me grab my notes, and I'll try to do the fast skim version and not read the whole thing like I did previously. Flippy poo. Oh my gosh, Flippy. I'm sorry, people. I am a disorganized mess. Okay, let's see. We wake up to a nice sunny day, and we work the guards and whatnot, trying to get information about the what's going on, and right as we're starting to work the crowd a bit, guards with plank, a nice big red chariot, cart, wagon, whatever you want to call it, pulls up, and this really pisses off Ez because it is Jorkin, Jokon. I remember names so well. We mess up the dwarf's journal. Indigo copies the journal. Forrest scopes out the quartermaster as Diana and Egan all visit the jail. We make a plan to get Fergus's stuff back. And things go crazy around that time. Yes, it does. So, Egan sets fire to the quartermaster, or to the forge, while Elvis and Diana go get stuff out of the quartermaster's house. And it was craziness. We all decide to meet back at the old farmhouse. We do that. Get ready to leave in the morning. And as is Honeybun, doesn't meet us. No, he doesn't. So Diana and Indigo go back into town and find out that he was taken by Jokon. And we all get real pissed off. And we decide to go to the party and get back Honeybun. I think that's roughly what happened.
There's also that important thing that happened in Inigo.
Oh, yeah. There is that important thing that happened to Indigo. Yes, Rhododendron is now a hunter. Rhododendron is Indigo's favorite sibling.
not willing.
I thought we don't play favorites in this house.
Oh, Indigo does.
Yes, we received a note from underlings of Jokin that basically, we found out that she was involuntarily taken for that.
Yep.
They. I'm sorry, not she, they.
Rhododendron is she, her. Indigo is the they.
You're all just they because I can't remember. You have too many
That's
siblings.
fine. I
Yeah.
could go back and forth between she, they, so it's alright.
She, they, heard, them.
He, him, them, it, whatever
Yes.
you want to use.
Anyway, so yeah, we had 3 kind of big bombs dropped on people, which yeah.
Boom.
But you know, we leveled up.
We
did level up.
did!
We did.
So, I saw that as fitting. We have a paladin, officially. 2 more levels of cleric. I believe another level in warlock. Could be wrong on that one, so don't quote me this week. We'll check next.
It's either monk or warlock.
Yeah, either monk or warlock. And then homebrew class.
Yes. Indigo is a masquerader now.
I did not make it, so it's not mine.
We will post links about it down below at the end of the video.
Yes, we will.
Yes. Subclass, when we eventually get there, is mine though. So
Actually, subclass starts at level 1, remember? So,
oh yeah, that's right. So
Yep.
class isn't subclasses. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody is kind of emotionally coming down off of the events that transpired a couple weeks ago, as you set out. The road between here and the capital city of Marsan is very well traveled. It is also pretty pretty safe for the most part. A couple days goes by, really nothing's going on. I know Diana hasn't really talked a whole lot. She said something about a Yari arrow a couple times, but still rather quiet. I assume Esther's still brewing in her thoughts.
Yes, she's been very quiet this entire time. Not really interacting with everyone too much. And just getting more and more nervous as the time passes during travel.
But I assume Indigo's probably just trying to keep busy.
pretty much, yes. Indigo keeps thinking that they hear a whisper. When asking the others about it, they're all like, no. So Indigo starts to go through their trinket and the like they have picked up, trying to figure out where this whisper is coming from. And they pick up a small hairpin, and they think that that is the source of the whispering. So they will be spending some time with the hairpin. Also, Indigo, after calming down a bit, letting that news of rhododendron wash over them, would pull out their calligraphy set and start writing a very pointed letter.
Okay. What about Forrest? The first couple days travel.
He's mostly shifting through his prayer book and being ready to jump onto his therapist role again if Indigo or Esther need it.
Because he did so well the first time. And then finally, Egan.
Egan's pestering Indigo to learn how to use a blade.
Yep. Just let me finish this line, and then I'll take a break, and we'll work on that for you.
All
Esther,
the cool fire swords are swords. I want a fire sword. I just don't know how to swing one yet.
Esther probably would ask Forrest for some music. Because I know he's got his little flute. So.
Yeah, he'd be willing to play just some kind of somberish music, just to help match the mood.
Yeah, just kind of during nights at the campfire or whatever.
Hey, I can play music too.
Not as
I
good
got
as him.
I got a dulcimer, and I'm great at it.
Also, you do realize that's like part of what I was employed to do, right?
Then you can do it too.
So, like I said, a couple days of travel, and everybody's kind of coming down emotionally off of everything. About 5 days in, you come up to your first decent-sized town. I mean, you come through towns, but it's been like 4 or 5 buildings, maybe having a store here and there. Nothing really worthwhile. First small town you come up to, it still doesn't have a name because it's not big enough. However, this one's 12 buildings instead of 5. This is the first place that you don't have to sleep on the side of the road if you don't want to. When you come through, it is a little bit earlier in the day, so you would lose part of a day travel, if that matters. However, you still have plenty of time to get to the city before the grand opening.
Esther would be more than happy to spread some coin around these smaller towns.
Stammers.
So, I assume that you get rooms at the inn, which is very, very small.
Yep.
4 rooms, and the 4 rooms you would have to still share,
Hey,
obviously.
you know, on the smaller places, I'd be happy to pay for a night in a barn.
That is an option, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fine.
let's do it on our travels. You just let me know how much gold to take out.
It's a copper to
Slash,
stay in the barn.
however much.
Yeah, it's a copper to stay in the barn. So, and you've got a whole lot of coppers.
A lot of coppers.
And food. A couple copper for food as well.
We got our own food.
Definitely
We don't need to take theirs.
Hmm.
With the hunting van
They're
and all
more than
that.
willing they're still more than willing to cook for you. Still not going to cost a whole lot, but yeah, it is what it is. However, it's later in the day and you're kind of sitting around, kind of enjoying being off your feet for a while. And a group of 5 people come walking in. They're looking for a room and they get it. They sit down next to you. And they kind of catch Forrest's eye out of anybody. One of them's got a small little patch on his arm. Looks very, very familiar to Forrest. Possibly the same holy symbol that he has. They're just making light conversation.
I suppose he'd listen, see what kind of news he can get.
You kind of lean over, kind of try to listen in a little bit more. And one of them eventually says, well, how long do you think it's going to be until we get there? And I know pilgrimages takes a little bit, but surely it's not too much longer, right? the older one in the group that has the holy symbol on his arm. I was like, oh, it's just a couple days. Once we make it to the capital, it's a day's hike from there. No big deal. Once we're there, then you'll be able to atone and you'll be able to fully join our ranks. The guy that was talking looks all extra happy, and the rest of them kind of give a grumble, but they keep on about their merry little selves. Eventually, they do kind of look over and they see your group, and the older one's like, I apologize. I normally am better about this. And he kind of reaches his hands out and he's like, Father Blackman.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm Forrest.
Nice to meet you as well. And your friends?
This is Esther, Inigo, and Egan. Diana's running around somewhere. And there's also Clank.
Oh yes, like the Kenku fellow, right?
Yes.
Yes, I believe I saw him outside playing with some children. It's nice to meet you all. Meet all of you.
It is nice to meet you as well.
What brings you through here? It's a very small town.
We're looking for a friend.
Oh. Well, I hope you find them. Do you have a name or description that I can look out for?
We know where he is. We are just on the way to go get him.
Oh.
Thank you, though.
I assume a retrieval of misguided souls.
Something like
It's much like what I'm actually doing with this group of men here. And he kind of goes around and he's like, he used to be a smuggler, and we're reforming him. He's doing much better now. He goes on to the next one. He's like, that one used to like to try to force himself onto people, not men or women specifically. He will take far more time, and he will be within the monastery that we're going to. Don't worry, we have special jobs for him. That one, he was just a lost soul. He wanted to come along, decided it was a good idea. Didn't want to stop him. And then finally he turns to another guy. He's a little short guy. He's not a halfling by any means. He's a human, but he's still short. Really dark black hair. And he's like, and that one used to be a soldier, decided he wanted to live the godly life. Decided probably a good thing to let him. Apparently he's seen some very nasty things.
a soldier.
Yes.
It can be rough. I have heard.
I actually used to be a soldier myself, a long, long time ago, and in a much less violent fashion than he was. He, for what it's worth, he was a, well, technically a sailor, a Kefwil. Fought quite a few pirates and smugglers and others that wanted to resist, and he had to do what he had to do. So
Is he familiar to us? Probably not.
No.
Okay.
You can kind of see him. He's kind of looking down into his cup right now, not saying a whole lot. He's like, well, all of them are wanting to atone for what they have done and what they've seen. If you're ever in need of any of that, by all means, monastery north of, I had it, and I don't remember what it is. Give me just a second.
Hogswallow?
Old age company catching up with you there, priest.
Is
Yes, it's
Hogswallow?
no.
Oh,
no.
no, I'm thinking of horses. I'm sorry.
Rousseau. That's the one. Old age always hurts.
Understandable. I'll be there myself before too long.
And if any of you want to join the Hildian Church as well, by all means, we welcome all. We don't discriminate between race, creed, gender, sex, sexual alignment. We don't care. Then he actually puts a pamphlet down on the table, and he's like, for any of you that want to do any reading.
Yeah, Forrest would take a look at it since he's in an alternate timeline, see what's different about him.
It's the exact same thing.
Inigo would be watching the gentleman from Kefwil. Just see anything that might strike them as interesting.
Seems very, very distant. Seems not fully attached to reality right now for some reason.
Radio. Not gonna pester them or anything, just watching.
Thank you for your care. I have already found something. And she will hold up her pendant of Messar.
Oh, that's... You don't see many outwardly following her. Many that do, and say righteous path when done properly.
We are in the good
And-
company, I think.
And you, Little Verdon? Or not so Little Verdon?
I'm still a little short. I'm good. Thanks, though.
Are you sure? I'd have a lot of literature if you really want. And it's not necessarily just on my god, it's many.
Maybe I'll take you up on that if we meet again. At this time, I'm fine. Thank you.
Very well. And you, Genasi.
I'm happy with my fire.
You're going with the ancestral faith. Got it. And you, Forrest? Do you follow any?
Yes, I'm actually part of the same church as you.
Oh, Brother Forrest then, not just Forrest.
Yeah, sorry about that. I wasn't quite sure how to best introduce myself.
Oh, it's quite all right. Well, hopefully, you will keep the rest of these in general order. We still are trying to let people be as free as they can be, but keep them on the what's the term nowadays? The straight and narrow.
I'll just kind of look around at them and say, I'll do what I can.
And he kind of nods. He's like, "Well, I am going to take my leave. I've got a few letters to send out, and I guess I should probably get some sleep. I do have to be up early in the morning to get them moving."
Esther will keep an eye on the one that was introduced as forcing themselves upon others. Just in case.
When Father Blockman gets up, the rest of them get up and follow him.
Okay.
So it's like a little troop. And they all retreat off to their room.
That was interesting.
He was quite pushy.
A bit.
It is hard times right
Is that what people of your faith always do there for us?
Not always, but every faith has its own people who are a little more zealotry than I am about it.
now. Yes, they do.
Give you that.
So the rest of the night kind of goes on rather uneventfully. Clank comes walking in, and he's got a couple kids strapped around both of his feet, and he's like, "All right, it's time to go to bed. Please let me go."
Thank
And
you.
they do
Picked up some
eventually.
new friends.
Something like that. They got attached because I actually played games with them. Apparently, the mother, which is the local, it's not tailor. The what's the term for the one that makes fabric?
Weaver?
That's the one. I was thinking loomer, but I was like, that's not right. Apparently is inundated with quite a lot of orders this time of year. So they're free to be about their merry business, but they get rather bored.
I was gonna say rambunctious, but
How
that
late?
works too.
How late is it?
It is dark. It's not necessarily like super late, but it is definitely late.
S can distract them so Clank can get away and spend some time playing with them.
Okay. Yeah, no, they absolutely will welcome that. And the games they want to play are like really, really simple, obviously, kid games, but it's something different. It's also a good distraction.
Yes.
So, like I said, the evening.
Wait. One second. How many kids are there?
3.
3? Okay. Is it safe to assume in my trinkets I have like 3 little wooden dolls, like little soldiers or something like that?
You've got that bag that you might be able to get them.
No, I want the kids to actually be able to have them forever.
Yeah, that's fair.
He picked up a bunch of random trinkets in S's
Yeah.
town.
Yeah, I did. That's why I was hoping.
I'll say that you got 2 little soldiers and 2 little dolls.
Okay. So, I'll randomly, I don't care about gender, just slip the dolls into like the kids' hoods or something.
They when they do realize that they're actually there, they're like their faces light up and they go running off. They're like, "Thanks, lady."
Be good.
Somewhere a mother's like, "Oh God, they're gonna be terrible now."
Look, S is just the wine aunt, okay?
Yes. So now the night proceeds on and relatively uneventful. Somebody gets really drunk. It's kind of funny, but besides that, no, nothing special. Next day, you wake up and it's unseasonably cold. Not necessarily actually cold, but it's unseasonably cold. Possibly with some rain coming in. So keep that in mind. If you care. If you don't care, cool. We can proceed on.
Is there some warm shawls about? Like, warmer? I don't know how unseasonably cold it is right now. I don't even know what season it is, to be honest.
Yeah. It is late summer.
Oh, so we're good.
Yeah, it's just more so about like getting wet.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think
Are there,
we have
like,
clothes.
old-timey umbrellas? No, I don't know. Umbrellas have been around for a long time, haven't they?
I don't know.
I'm gonna Google that later.
I feel like it's a thing. 'Cause I don't know.
I'm Googling that now.
All right, cool.
4,000 years, roughly.
Oh, geez. Yes, you can get them. Mainly saying that for our fiery friend.
Indigo will buy everybody an umbrella if there's enough for everybody to have one.
One person will be left out.
Yeah, Indigo doesn't really need one.
Do they have the waterproofed cloaks?
They have wax, like cured cloaks,
Yeah, that's what I was talking
which is
about.
basically the same thing.
I mean, it's just wax that helps that.
Yeah. There's not many of them though, and they are a bit expensive.
How much is expensive?
5 silver.
Yeah, we're getting at least one. S
And
is
how much
getting
do I
one.
owe for the umbrellas for everybody? Well,
silver
everybody
piece.
but one. Silver a piece. Oh my gosh, you guys are so expensive.
I know, right?
Oh, I guess you don't need this umbrella, as I was gonna be nice and not take one. You found a cloak. Alright.
Does this will allow me to have my hands free if we need them for whatever reason?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right, so continuing on, the road, like I said, very well traveled. However, is not paved, and it does eventually start raining. Lightly at first, and it eventually gets pretty gross.
Mud City.
So much so that like it's physically hard to travel on the road. Even just off the sides of the road, the grass is slippery, it's muddy. Wagons are getting stuck. There's quite a few people that have decided instead of trying to continue on down the road, we're going to sleep in the wagons we have. However, how far down the road are you trying to travel? It looks like this is going to be a long storm. Not necessarily strong, the entire time, but long storm.
How was our fire genasi friend doing?
It takes more than this to put my flame out. I'll be fine.
And we continue on until we can. Is Ez's plan. She's like very single-minded in where she's going right now.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
fine.
I get it. You continue on. You do make a pretty good headway today. You probably delayed a full day at this point. You still have 3 days in the city before grand opening, though. When you bed down, you find a nice dry-ish spot. It's not dry, but dry-ish spot. Assume you start a fire
Oh yeah.
if you can.
Oh, we can.
Look, we have learned not to question the fire genasi about his fire.
The only question is the size of fire. Never a question if it can make a fire or not. It's just how big a fire do you want? I come in all sizes, little bitty to great big.
Well, we are going to need to be able to see this evening and tonight. Ideally, we can keep the fire going the whole time.
So, next question is, how do you want to do watches to keep the fire going? Because it's not watches to like defend yourself, because realistically you don't need that.
Right. S will take whatever.
Um,
No, we don't have anybody in heavy armor to worry about, do we?
No, S
I don't
goes
think
on our.
so.
Really?
S wears no armor.
Forrest does, right? Half plate or plate.
Oh, he does.
Right?
Yeah.
So first
Yeah,
to
but-
last or fourth, be my
Yeah.
guess. Which would be good anyways, because planes don't have dark vision anyways.
I can take a middle watch, no problem.
Okay, so we're gonna go Forrest, Indigo, Egan, then Esther.
Okay.
Aye, Captain.
Yeah, S can start breakfast on last watch.
So, doing that because I want to see something, see exactly how fun it's going to be. Forrest, go ahead and give me a survival check.
Don't put my fire out for us.
I'm going to use my luck feat because I just rolled a 1.
Oh, well, that's just halfling luck. You're good.
Oh,
Go ahead
fantastic.
and roll again.
Okay, that's a 16.
Okay, yeah, no, you maintain your fire. Egan, you don't have to roll. You just look at it and will it to keep going.
That's
Indigo.
right.
I brought you into this
Yeah.
world. I can keep you there.
Survival check, please.
Sure. That is a plus 3. 13.
It starts to die a little bit, but you're like, oh, they gonna kill me.
Oopsie.
And just throw a bunch of like little twigs on there, and it like flares up, and you're like, all right, cool, big log. And it stays going. And then Esther, yours is easier because you only need to let it go for a little bit before you can start cooking. So please,
Okay.
survival check.
Just making sure you want me to roll. $17.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. You like expertly time it to where when everybody wakes up, it goes out.
Cool.
Not actually that nicely, but you know.
Yeah, she'll make whatever breakfast they can get. I'm assuming it's gonna be like an oatmeal type thing.
Yeah, it's oatmeal porridge.
Okay, nice and warm, and it'll stick to the ribs.
Yeah, it's Not very flavorful though. But it works. However, the next day it is a bit warmer. It's muggy, but it's warmer. It is still just sloppy muddy though. However, it does seem to be when you're getting closer to the city. The roads are a little bit better, so it's not as sloppy. Maybe eventually it'll actually be like paved.
That would be nice.
So before you set off, is there anything anybody wants to do?
Forrest is going to play his flute for a bit, for about 2 minutes, and then he's suddenly going to stop and kind of look in, like, directly ahead of him. He's going to go, "What the hell? Anyone else see that?"
See what?
Yeah, what? Where?
I swear the air was moving for a second.
The air was moving. Us will look in the direction indicated.
You don't see anything.
There is nothing there.
I've had this happen before. Ease up on the smoke in there just a touch.
Yeah, it's probably all it is. I'm probably just saying too close to Egan.
This is something we have all dealt with, I think.
Don't try to keep up with me, oh boy. I've got years of experience.
How old are you, Egan?
I'm 22.
That's not years of experience.
It is when you started when you're 5.
Yeah, it depends on how early you start.
I suppose that is true. I'm sorry, Forrest. What were you saying?
I have none myself, admittingly.
You gather your things, start heading down the road, and it eventually does get to be where it's paved. The frequency of the smaller towns are a lot more now. You go through 4 today instead of the normal 2. It's getting to the point where you don't actually have to cook if you don't want to, because when you stop in these smaller towns, they do have a dedicated like mess hall, restaurant type thing.
S wouldn't, just because she is worried about the food and everything, and growing up where she did and knowing what's happening, she would just rather have their own.
Okay. So you, again, bed down, wake up, kind of same thing. A couple more days goes by, and you get to where you know that today you're gonna be in the city. Wake up that morning, and you're walking for a couple hours, and you see just this little old lady pushing this cart on the side of the road. It's got all sorts of knickknacks and trinkets and everything. And she just heading on down, just not giving a care in the world. The sign on the side of the cart is Miss Madam's Trinkets. Everybody that walks by, she's like, "Oh, hello, hello."
Hello.
One person actually like stops and like takes a look. Like, "Oh, would you like to buy anything?" And she like sets the cart down. She like hobbles over. They look for a couple minutes and they head on out.
I want to go look at the cart.
Indigo will look at the cart.
Forrest
Okay.
wants to.
Out of curiosity, is there anything specific that you're looking for, or just general glance over?
No, I just want to look.
Okay.
Forrest will be looking for anything related to his church.
Okay.
S will see if there's any like bits of random metal, though. Like anything interesting beyond the normal stuff.
Right. You look on, and there's like a couple little dolls and a couple like rings here and there, and necklace. She's got random pieces of wood, and she does have a couple like scrap pieces of like iron. Nothing super crazy. Give me an investigation check, please. Anybody that's actually looking.
9!
Yes, please do.
15.
Okay, 15. Then Inigo,
6.
6. Then Egan got a 14.
Yep.
All right, so our clerics, both of you kind of, something catches your eye underneath one of the shelves. Not exactly sure what it is, but you know it's a weird color, and it's kind of big.
Forces is gonna go check it out.
So you gonna like reach underneath there and grab it?
He's gonna just kind of squat down and peek at it.
Okay, no fun. You squat down, you peek at it, and the paw comes out and smacks you in the nose.
Ow.
The old lady's like, "Oh, Freckles, stop doing that, please." And she kind of reaches in, she pulls out the biggest cat you've ever seen. And it is a weird colored cat. Like, normally you have black and white, black, orange, gray. This one's like copper, tan, gold, and almost looks like blue.
Cute cat.
I've never seen one in such colors.
Oh, he's very special. Most things on my cart is.
Arze, may I pet him?
Yes, by all means.
Us will reach out to pet the kitty.
You are met with a glare and a hiss, but it will let you.
I'm just gonna make a fuss, I might not.
No, it'll still let you. Just kind of like, I don't like you, go away, and then it's like, fine, whatever. So do you still?
For a second.
The cat physically feels weird. Like, the fur doesn't feel like fur. It almost feels like reptile skin, but soft and slick.
But it visibly has fur?
Yes.
Does the hand go through the fur and feel anything?
Nope. It actually affects the fur. It just, for whatever reason, it feels like slick reptile skin.
This is a bizarre cat. What kind of cat is he?
Oh, he just appeared one day. And she kind of walks around to the back of the cart and she pulls things out and she's like, "Let me show you more things, if you would like to."
Yeah, sure. What do you got?
She pulls out a little handkerchief, folded up black thing, lays it up on the top of the table. Just like that. She pulls out a necklace, got a big old ruby on it. Like that one's a bit special as well. And then, oh, where is it? And she kind of looks down in her drawer. She pulls out. She's like, "Oh no, that's not where that is." And she slides that in. And pulls out another one. She pulls out a big chunk of something that you're not 100% sure of exactly what it is. At least most of you aren't. Esther is.
That is something I would be in.
Oh, you know what erudite is then?
Hey, Smith.
Oh, okay. Would you happen to have a project in mind for it?
I'm working on something. I'm not quite sure yet.
What about the rest of my things?
Yeah. What does that ruby do?
It's supposed to help you if you're magically inclined to make your spells be able to channel better.
Would that be arcane or divine?
Oh, wizards, warlocks, bards, sorcerers, that type.
Does it look like something Diana would wear?
It is way too
Diana's-
gaudy.
Way too gaudy.
I almost want to get it for her now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Where did she wander off to? Did she have to go to the bathroom or something? Is she in the woods?
I don't know. She's been far away from us tonight for the past few days, travel.
Yeah. She must be going through something.
She said something about just wanting to get there.
Makes
Trust
sense.
me, I do as well.
Sense. How much for the ruby and that erudite stuff that Ez was looking at?
What does the handkerchief do?
Oh yeah, that too.
Oh, and she kind of thinks, and she's like, and she looks at everybody, and she's like, who wants to let me throw it at them?
What is the end result?
Fine. You throw it at me.
Throw it at me. It's fine.
All right,
Green or red? Which one do you like?
she picks it up, and she's like, well, I'll kind of throw it in the middle and see if I hit anybody. It's gonna be a really bad attack roll. It's gonna be funny. She misses completely the first time. She kind of like hobbles over, grabs it, picks it up, and kind of tosses it at, I want to say Indigo, but I don't know your AC.
20.
So Egan probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna let her hit me too. So I'm not gonna try to dodge it.
Okay. Yeah, so she barely gets your AC. And you are wrapped up in a straitjacket.
How does this work?
That's handy.
Oh, you just walk over and pat him on the back and be like, there, calm down. And it like releases.
This
Like,
is,
of course he can break out, but
how easy is it to break out?
More like burnout, but okay.
it's not the easiest thing to break out of, but if you try hard enough and you look strong, you could probably do it.
How much for it?
Bro.
For all of it. Ooh. She's like, and she like goes over to an abacus and starts like flipping things. She's like, and the bulk discount, and she kind of slides a couple back, and she's like, 1,200 gold, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see how much Inigo has. Inigo will throw up all they have.
We have. Hang on. Let me get to it. What?
forgot to write down on my paper sheet how
So,
much
We
gold I
have 22 platinum.
Nice.
So it was how much, Dangle?
1,200.
What is that, 12 platinum? No. Yeah?
No.
No.
No,
I don't
the
know.
120 platinum.
Oh, right. We've got 1177 gold in the group thing. I don't know how much we want to take out for everything. Because I don't even know what all this stuff is.
691, you wouldn't mind pitching in.
I've also
So-
got 600.
Yeah, and do go pull up 600 and be like, okay, you guys figure out the rest.
So we need 12. We've got... Are you sure you want to do 6?
Yep.
Alright. I'll throw in 2. That leaves us with 4.
Of course, we'll throw in 300.
3 leaves 100. 100 out of the group.
We got like 2,500 gold in the group fund, looks like. Don't we?
22 platinum, 1,177 gold. We also do have 1,000 gold, or, 1k of assorted gems, which are aquamarine and topaz.
Which she would be willing to take.
Well, Diana has that in her bag, so.
I will say that you have that currently.
Just, I mean, this is useful stuff. It ain't like it's individual for anything. Just group funded that.
Oh no, sorry. I already removed stuff from the gold from Indigo. Indigo really would have like, here, take it. I haven't spent money in a while. Shut up and take my money.
What was her?
I'm saving my gold for some stuff, but I'm definitely all for group funding and whatever the balance is.
Mem.
I don't.
We have random gems that we have been carrying around and have been looking to sell. How much would you be willing to trade? And S will bring out like a handful of them.
Then her eyes kind of light up. So, oh, I can make more necklaces. Oh, yes.
Most of what we have is aquamarine and topaz.
Oh, that's fine.
So how much would she trade?
It'd be a 1-for-1 trade
Okay.
with the gems. So she can actually use them and sell them at a higher price.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Do we want to drop the 1,000 gold and then only have to pay 200? Or do we only want to do partial?
Just,
I'm good either
fine.
way. Just,
Yeah, I'm fine with how much you want to take out of the group fund. Don't matter to me.
yeah, just let me know if I need to add gold back to Indigo's purse.
Let's only do 600 of the gems, just because it's always good to have non-gold money.
okay.
Okay, so I'm taking that out of the group thing now. Then did you still want to drop the 600?
Yeah, that's fine. I already removed it, so.
Okay. So yeah, we have the 1,200 then. 6 in gems and 6 for gold.
Okay. And you have your erudite chunk that is plenty big for the one thing that we've already discussed, as well as, because it's a non-metallic thing, you can make other smaller items. Like if you want to make like a club, or like if you wanted to make something like that, we could definitely talk about it.
So it's small enough for like, or it's large enough for like 1 or 2 or 3 projects?
Depending on the size of the project, yes.
Okay.
At least 2,
Smaller projects.
maybe 3. Yes.
Okay.
And then you have a handkerchief binding. Requires a ranged attack roll. and it has a short range of 20 feet. Or, well, normal range of 20 feet, and a long range of 30 feet. And then the gem you will have to attune to figure out what that is.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
And it must be done by an arcane caster. And that's the random stuff that we had.
Yay!
The rest of the trip goes relatively uneventful. Had some dude kind of twist his ankle and just land on the side of the road, waiting for like a friend to come pick him up. But besides that, nothing too big. And you do make it to the city of Rousseau. It is. Some of you have already seen it in game. Well, in other games, technically speaking. Then it is a tiered city. It's got 4 rings. Bottom ring is quite large; it goes all the way around the city. Middle ring you can see rises up about 30 feet above the first one, with houses sitting on top. Looks like it's a bit nicer of housing. Next one up looks like it's primarily places of worship. And at the very top, it looks like rich people. Even the top layer of this, though, is quite large. You would probably say a couple square miles. The bottom ring is very thick, very big around as well. And you walk up to the gates, and they let you on through.
Fantastic.
I think more than likely we'll find Diana at the top.
Go ahead and, because everybody else knows this out of game, let's see if you know it in game. Go ahead and roll a history check for me, please.
All of us?
Everybody. Yes, everybody. Esther and Forrest, you have advantage.
Nope.
19.
17.
18. Natural 18.
Okay, so Indigo is the only one that doesn't know that you need passes to go up to the next tier. Either. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. You can finish. I just remembered
you-
something.
You can either buy like 1-day passes to go up to said tiers, or if you have certain social standing, you can go up to said tiers. But you have to have proof of that.
Would Ez's contact/friends be in the lower part or one of the upper parts?
Lower.
Okay.
Or at least they would spend most of their time in the lower if they don't live down there.
Right.
The lower tiers are your normal shops. Most of your residents live down there, as well as like most of your shipping and such is down there as well. However, more importantly, immediately when you walk into the city, you see this big banner of "Come to the grand opening of the Red House." And it gives a date, and it's in 3 days. And it lists a bunch of names of such and such will be there, and this person, that person. And then you see Seeker Jokon, Vance.
This is not going to be good for us.
Why are we even going to this?
Because we all need some fun. It's been too long since we've had some fun.
I don't really have a choice.
Where's Fargus at anyway? Did he come with us?
Yes, Fargus has been with you. Fargus has been rather drunk the entire time.
As probably would have just like handed him the flask and whatever other alcohol we found along the way.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he's been doing. At this point, Clank's just kind of looks at you and is like, all right, I will procure lodging if you have business that you would like to attend to.
I have some people to speak with.
I'm
Can I
sure
be high
everyone does.
class lodging, please?
I will get the best that we can.
Where should we
That'd
meet
be
to find
wonderful.
you?
Let's see if Clank knows. Clank does not know. Clank he picks a random building. He's like, meet there, and he points at which you think is a cobbler. In let's say 3 hours. That seems like a fair amount of time.
Okay.
Sure.
Be safe.
And you too as well.
Well,
Take Fargus
is
with
like,
you.
Fargus is like, I'm going to him.
Please do, Fargus.
And those two leave you. Diana is like, I'm going with them as well.
all right. I think, we spoke briefly about the outfit. I think I can do you proud.
Oh no, I'm picking them up for everyone.
When did you have time to get this ready?
Oh no, I'm going to.
Okay. Do you need our measurements or anything? Or did you do that while we were sleeping? You have weird elf mind tricks?
Yes.
That's fine. I've never really been that good with that kind of stuff anyway.
That's something sexually at all.
To be fair, Diana's a little bit unsettling, so. Anyway, so you have a couple days in the city. Is there any immediate business that you would like to attend to?
I have to use the bathroom. I'll be back in a minute.
Forrest, Indigo, and Egan?
Shopping.
Okay, what for specifically?
Got my list in order there. In my channel there.
All right. So, I will go down the list in order. First one is a yes, you can find it.
Oh, you didn't skip a second one in.
Okay. Couldn't find that one anyway.
Okay.
No amulet of the devout for you specifically.
Okay.
No eagle eyes.
Aw.
However, you can find a sentinel shield. So.
I don't suppose they're in the same place, are they? The two we found, the armor and the shield.
Yes, actually.
Right. How about a group discount? Bulk discount there, buddy.
And it's an older human. And he just kind of looks at you and he's like, what kind of discount are you thinking?
I'm about $8.50 for the pair.
How about $9.50?
Sold.
That was easy. Shoot.
What do you give me for the smoking study letter?
He'll give you half of what you paid for it.
Okay, I think that's gonna put me in the neighborhood of 25. I don't remember exactly, but
Yeah. it's somewhere
we'll
around
call
there.
it. Well, in that case, let's call it 900 and call it even. How'd that be?
Yeah, I can do that.
Sweet. I'll take them both. And Fargus, do you use shields?
Vargas is not with you.
Well,
However,
when I meet him, I'm gonna ask him that.
You know he does.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I'll hang on. I'll hang on to my fancy shield then.
what kind of shield is it?
You're a dot.
Oh, no, he
Helps
wouldn't
with-
want it.
You wouldn't want that?
No.
Okay.
However,
Not
Forrest might-
Fargus. Not Fargus. Forrest. I got my F's mixed up. Sorry. Forrest might want it. Yeah.
He does use shields, but mainly when he's fighting indoors.
Okay. This shield helps with your spellcasting.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
It gives you. It'll give you +1 to your spell DC. Makes your save a bit tougher.
Do you want anything in return for that, or?
Yeah, heal me next time I go down. We're on the same
sounds
team.
good.
We're on the same team. I don't need anything from you.
All right. Well, thank you.
Are we shopping?
Yes.
Okay. There is a couple things I want to look for, if possible. If no one else is going immediately.
Nope.
Take
All
that
you
as a
go,
no.
go, go.
And, I don't suppose I got red scale, red serpent scale armor, huh?
I will say that you have one for each dragon. I think there's 10 dragons, right? Traditionally.
believe so. 5 of each color.
You want to go alphabetical?
Yeah. I rolled a 3, so whatever the third alphabetical is.
I'll figure it out.
Believe it's gold, but I could be wrong. Or copper?
I want to say copper.
Still fitting though. Still fire related.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
Don't quote me on that, though. I didn't actually check.
Either way, it's still cool looking. So who would like to go first?
Indigo's good.
Guess I'll go. So I want to try and find enough stuff and supplies for that thing we talked about.
Very easily found.
How much?
You're looking for steel mainly, right?
No. I mean for the crafting.
Yeah.
Like
for
the
forest.
No. Well, I mean, we'll get to that in a second. For the portable.
Oh, yes. So for a lot of it, I think I came up with 35 gold.
Okay. Done.
Relatively cheap.
Yeah, we're doing that.
It's also not a very large setup, so
How much would a portable hole be if it could be found?
a portable hole is uncommon or rare.
I think it's uncommon.
Well, hole is rare.
Oh, it is rare.
All right. So rare would be quite a bit.
Okay. But this stuff wouldn't fit in a bag of holding, would it?
How much weight can a bag of holding take?
500 pounds. Which I think is pushing close to the anvil.
No, anvils typically aren't really that heavy,
Oh, I thought they were...
especially for a smaller one.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't need a large one.
No, I'm not saying that you need a full-size anvil. Like a farrier anvil would probably work for most of what you're doing, and they're like 20 pounds max.
Oh, okay.
And that's for a big farrier anvil.
Yeah.
Like, and if you're gonna put like a horseshoe on an auroch or something.
Sure. And that shouldn't be a crazy amount if I can find one. Either that or the handy haversack, which might also be able to fit it. You just space things out a little bit.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and roll for that specific. Well, roll for those specifically. You can, in fact, find a bag of holding, and that I know is uncommon, and that is 500.
Okay, so potentially on that. And then the real one that will determine if I get that, can I find a small chunk of, what was it? The Finamagus? Enough for
Yes.
the knuckle dusters we talked about.
Yes, actually, you can. These dice right here are rolling really well for all of you tonight.
Okay. How much would it be to make 2?
Let me look at prices.
Like
or
not-
something.
2 sets, but like 1 and 2.
Yeah, one for each hand.
Thoughts and prayers. Its price mine on the page is times 5. I'm sorry, times 4.
So, to get enough raw Finmagus, it would cost 5 gold.
Oh, that's it?
Because, yeah, knuckle dusters, there's not a whole lot to them.
Right.
And they're small, so raw material, it's cheap.
Okay. I don't know about the bag of holding. Like, I want one, but we do technically already have one.
And
What
that
would
other
it
thing that
cost?
we talked about with the whole cricket thing.
Yeah, that's true. So, okay, scrap that then. I forgot about that. I haven't used that in a minute. Alright, so 40 gold for the thing and the metal. How much would I need to complete the thing for Forest?
Add another gold to that for the steel.
Okay. I not sure what else to do at this point. I have other things to do, but none for shopping that I can think of.
Okay. And Forest.
How is everyone on health potions?
You know, I'm not actually sure.
Yeah, how many of those do we even have? I know I gave a couple out. I don't know if you used them though.
Forrest has 1 right now.
I don't think I have used it.
By the way, I show up in shiny brass serpent scale.
Nice. Yeah, I still have my health potion.
Cindy also has 1 health potion.
Yeah, I've
Just
got
the basic one.
So what can I find in health potions?
You can find your basic ones, and you can find the next step up, which I believe is greater.
How much are those two?
Your normal one is 50 a piece. Your greater is 500 a piece, or 250 a piece. Sorry.
One more thing I'd like to do. How much for the permanency spell scroll that I need to make a flame tongue?
That is going to be expensive. I can tell you that much right now.
So Forrest is going to pick up like 2 health potions for everyone. Two for
Okay.
each person.
Thanks,
All right.
Forrest.
A permanency spell. Let's see. First off, you can even find one. There is one available. However, it has a price tag of 17,000.
And we can buy a flame tongue cheaper than that, probably. Worry about that later.
Anybody you got anything else that they want to do?
Yes. S needs to meet her contact in the city, but do we... So the cipher that Indigo made with Rosanna, does it have a physical copy?
It technically does, but Indigo and Rosanna would have it.
Well, I need to give it off. That was one thing I didn't think about. Indigo, would we be able to make a copy of this? The people that I have Rosanna sending the letters to need to be able to know who to give it to.
If you trust them, I can make a copy for them.
I do.
All right. I'll make a copy
Thank you.
while you guys are out shopping.
And really all that would be needed is the symbols for the addressed to, rather.
No, so I'm having her send information to the Resistance as well.
Yes.
That was what the cipher is needed for, so they can decipher it, and then whatever is actually for S, they can either send it or, like, do their own copy of, like, what she said.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. So yes, you were absolutely right.
She just wasn't going to say as such out loud in the city to Indigo.
Yeah, I would have assumed that you would have gotten that taken care of a couple days prior.
Okay, that's why I said I didn't think about it till just now. So then
Yeah.
S will take that copy and then go find the place that they are setting up shop at. Because I can do that.
Yes, and you come up to the place that they're setting up shop, and it is a Fletcher. You walk in, and first person you talk to, you kind of give the proper call signs, and they just look at you and they're like, "No, not me, them." And they go and grab. It's a half elf woman, actually. She comes over. She kind of grabs everything. She's like, "Yeah, I'll get this to the right people. Don't worry about it. Just stay safe.
Thank you. You as well.
If you need anything, we're here. We're not the best in the city, but we're the cheapest."
Do you know where I could get passes?
Didn't quite catch that.
Do you know where I could get passes?
No, unfortunately.
Thank you.
She's like, "Yeah, don't spend a whole lot of time in the city, so I apologize.
Not the problem.
I work here and do a lot of hand deliveries."
For sure. I didn't know if we had notes or something. It is fine.
Anybody else got anything else they want to do?
What?
Do we want to get for us a couple of revivified diamonds? Because I don't keep it prepared anymore. Well, I don't have a diamond for it either.
Yeah, we did use that diamond for the glyphs.
Yeah, we burn it up on all the glyphs. Hopefully that worked, by the way.
Yeah, can't wait to hear about that one. I'm fine with getting a diamond if that's what... I mean, having one isn't going to be bad. It'll be helpful, I think.
Just force you keeping revivify ready.
Yeah, I have it ready.
Just group fund that.
If we can find one.
If you can find one. It's a big old city. Yes, you can find one.
I also traded my mace for a dagger. I got rooked, but it's okay.
Okay. So, after a couple hours, you meet back up at the cobbler, and Clank is alone. However, does inform you that he has gotten proper lodging for everyone, and everybody can have a bath because that was included.
We need one. I'm sure we are disgustingly caked in mud.
Yes, you all smell quite awful.
I'm sure you don't smell much better yourself.
I'm a bird. I don't smell often.
They still do it sometimes.
Yes. Sometimes. Not now. I am, however, very
Sure.
lucky, so.
Yeah,
and
I want to get clean for my new armor. It's all shiny and pretty.
Hey, you said you were wearing it already.
Yeah, but I can clean it too. It's all right. You don't buy a new toy and not play with it.
Says as who's carrying a backpack full of things.
Yeah. A lot of things that go clank, 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 clank.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. He tells you that it is the Soaring Eagle Inn, just outside of the eastern gate to go up to the second tier. And then he informs everybody that you need a pass to be able to go up to the second tier.
Yes, I don't... We will find that in the morning, I think. We might be able to be directed.
Would Force's holy symbol grant him access up to the third tier?
Yes.
Would he be able to bring anyone else with him?
One person.
How is Massar seen in this city?
Kind of like the rest of the gods.
Okay,
and got us.
just making sure. So she could theoretically at least get up to the second, if not third.
I mean, you could probably get up to the third, but you would have to do some talking.
Mm-hmm. Do we know what tier the red thing is on?
First tier.
Oh, it is on the first tier. Okay. I was thinking it's on the second
They
or
don't
third.
want that stuff up near them. Come on now.
How far up
If it's
does
prettied
ours
up
get?
enough.
How far up the hill will ours get me?
You'll be able to get up to the third. So effectively, everybody can get up to the third.
Diana, just because she's Diana.
Because I totally belong up in the third level of this city. 100%.
I mean, you laugh, but there is actually like a shrine up there to him.
Yeah, but Egan, it doesn't exactly represent. I don't think it'll fit in too good. But it's okay.
Apologies. So yeah, you have a couple days in the city to kind of mill about and do whatever it is that you feel like you want to do.
Is there a space, hopefully near the inn, but if not, then oh well, where S can start working on the stuff? Or, like, is there a blacksmith that she could go work at? Not for,
Yeah,
like, using their stuff, but just, like, so the noise is minimized.
Yeah, they will rent out the space to you. Not the equipment, but the space for a copper a day.
Okay, yeah, she'll, work on building her portable anvil and forge that she got the stuff for. And then work on a thing for Forrest and a thing for herself. Given
Okay, yeah,
however much time that will take.
Well, it depends on your crafting roll. Please give me a Smith's Tools with advantage. And it is a strength based with obviously proficiency.
Okay, so Okay, so D20 plus proficiency?
And strength, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just... 17 plus 8.
Oh, that's it? 25?
Yeah.
Only 25? Yeah, you can make, at the very least, the thing for horse.
Okay.
It's relatively simple. So.
Okay. Am I rolling again? I don't know what if I have time to do the
go
other
ahead and-
ones.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the second time. The setup for the anvil and like forge and stuff like that isn't
Okay.
really in depth.
19.
And what did you want to make specifically?
I just wanted to use the
The Magus for the knuckle?
yeah. So like if I punch someone who's casting a spell, they have issues with it.
So they're not pretty.
They don't need to be
And
pretty.
They could use some refinement, and you're going to take a -1 to your attack roll.
Okay.
However, they're together.
Okay.
Basically, you just made a big old like ring that'll fit around your hand.
That's fine. I mean, it would have been nice to have it be prettier. And if I can work on refining it, sure, but like at least it's made.
Yeah, you can definitely work on refining it.
Okay.
It's just right now you didn't quite get the DC to make it fully, but you could theoretically use it in this state.
Okay.
How about Indigo?
Indigo will kind kind of just hang out in their room, maybe venturing out to find a book, read, and then coming back and messing around with that hairpin. The hairpin over the last few days has become like a very ornate wood-carved peacock feather. And while sitting and thinking on it and listening to the voice of this hairpin, it all of a sudden becomes a mask of a like LS, but peacock feather, motif, and they put it on.
All right. Ian, is there anything that you would like to do in the next couple days?
Oh, I think I'm caught up for now.
All right. So Egan sits around and does Egan things.
And sees everything.
Yes, even things that aren't there. Forrest, is there anything that you would like to do?
Forrest is going to fiddle around with his flute a little bit. And then at one point, he's going to think of something like, wait, can I do that now? And then he's going to start playing on his flute and concentrating really hard. And then at one point, the air does start contorting, and it takes the vague shape of a raccoon. Kind of looks like it's the air is bouncing around on itself. It's about slightly bigger than the average-sized raccoon.
So we've got a special mask and a sound raccoon. Got it. Yay, homebrew.
I have a question, actually.
Yes.
That handkerchief, would it be possible to modify it with some of that metal?
No,
Okay. Damn.
because it disrupts magic, and that is magic.
Right. Okay.
Kind of like if you throw it in a bag of holding, it actually makes the bag of holding smaller.
Huh.
You don't know that yet, though.
That's kind of cool. Shit. Okay. Were they going to be 1d4s like we had talked about?
Yes.
Okay.
So, day of the grand opening, Diana comes to you in that afternoon. I assume Esther's taken a bath and gotten clean, as well as all of you. She starts handing out garments. Have we discussed this exactly which yours everybody's would look like?
No, I was going to let Buttons do it, because that's what we talked about.
I think we partially discussed that we were all kind of going to be dressed as servants, because she views us as our entourage.
I don't recall having that conversation.
Yeah, me neither.
I do know what Indigo's looks like because I decided and Buttons agreed. So Indigo's outfit is a black velvet Victorian tailcoat suit with a sheer lace undershirt and a very bright undergarment. They are wearing the mask, and the boots are very elaborate but flat.
All right. Egan's is a little bit more flashy. It is rather loose fitting as well. There's some reds, there's some yellows, there's some oranges, kind of interlaced, and it's all silk.
Sounds right.
Figure that'd be fairly fitting, and you can put your armor underneath it, which is the important thing. Esther's is rather plain, however, it's still very nice. Not gonna make you wear a dress. It's a pantsuit.
What? No, that Buttons and I had talked about it was going to be a dress.
Okay, well then it's a dress.
But
I wasn't part of that conversation, I don't think.
no, that's why I thought we were doing this part next week when Buttons was here.
Well, she can explain exactly what it is, but dress for you. And then Forrest gets a nice little suit. Again, Buttons can fully explain at least what Esther's is. Forrest won't be here next week, so. You head off to the party. When you come up to this rather large house, it is the brightest shade of red that you can possibly get without going pink.
I need to give Forrest his thing.
That is true. By all means, go ahead and do that.
So before we get ready to go and everything, she will hand Forrest a flute that is, the front half is made of like a carved iron, so it's pretty looking. Probably with depictions of like motifs of his god or whatever, because I think I rolled high enough to get some pretty stuff on there. And then the back half of it like transitions into this, what is it, green? I think it's green.
Yes.
A green, not quite metal, but it's more like a rock. Also continuing the carvings on it. And the underside of it is sharpened, so it can act as a dagger. But not look like.
Yes.
Oh, wow, this is nice. What's this for?
I know what you did to help my village, and I appreciate it very much. This I was able to find from the old woman. It will, if you use it, what is it? You can use this to help focus your spells, and it can make them a little bit more powerful as well.
Oh, thanks. Also, is there like a... Why does this part look sharp?
You can stab people with it.
Oh, okay, yeah, this would help if someone was charging me while I was playing. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Right. So, as I said before, you walk up to this house, and it is the brightest shade of red that you can possibly get without going pink. It is gaudy, it is an eyesore, and it is tucked right up against a wall. The outer wall of the city. There is crowds around the outside, and they're currently taking invitation only. I believe all of you have two. One being a group invitation, one specifically for Esther.
Yes, Esther will hand off the group one to whoever and use her own to get in.
Inigo will take it, leading the pack. Right, good. Line up.
You walk to the front gates. It's kind of like a ticket booth, and then there's two side gates. Currently, there's just people standing at the side gates, taking the invitations. You're led inside, and immediately when you walk inside, you smell nothing but roses. Like fresh roses, and it's strong too, and it kind of if you're sensitive to that thing, you probably have a bit of a headache. However, the host that is currently standing there welcomes you. It's like, to your left is the private areas. To the right is a show stage. Directly behind me is a ballroom. Behind me to the left is our bar area. Behind me to the right is our gambling section. The large rooms on either end are for workers only, please. So please do not go in there unless if you need to. Upstairs is also private for very special guests. And he then, like, now, all that being said, can I please have your names so I can make sure that you're not part of that special guest?
My name is Esther Feldman.
And he kind of goes down through the thing and he's like, oh, yes. And he kind of clips a little flower to your chest. And he's like, you're allowed upstairs if you so choose.
Of course.
And the rest of you?
Indigo.
Sorry, you're not on that list.
Yeah, I didn't think I would be.
Forrest.
And he kind of flips through the list. Like, no, not on the list either. I do apologize.
It's alright, I'm on my own way in.
My name's Egan, but I'm probably not on your list either.
And he goes down through. He's like, no, unfortunately not. And then, don't know if Diana would give a real name or not. So we will settle that next week. However, she gets a little flower on her chest as well. Either magically or not. However, you're free to go about the place as you so see fit.
To the bar!
Yeah, what are we doing here exactly anyway? After we got in.
I didn't have a plan. I just needed to be here.
I just planned on improvising as soon as I got here.
That's pretty fair. Clank immediately goes to the gambling area. So he just kind of F's off. So where would all of you like to go?
To the bar! To the bar!
Indigo goes to the bar.
Us would probably circle the main floor as much as able just to scope things out, see what she can see.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check because you're looking for a couple different people.
Only a 12.
You don't see one person. However, you do see the other one. And the other one is actually currently one of the bartenders. Has pants on. That's the important thing. And suspenders.
You know, she's not going to judge. She just doesn't want to see it.
Yeah, that's fair. Now the question is, does he see you?
She would...
No.
How busy is the bar?
It's busy enough that he's kind of running back and forth.
Okay. She wouldn't approach him yet, but she would keep an eye on him.
Indigo, go ahead and roll me a d4, please.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Trying to figure out which bartender you get.
2.
Not S's brother. Got it. How about Egan?
To the bar.
Okay, you are allowed to smoke in there if you so choose. So,
Yeah, I'll smoke my pipe. Blow out various monsters just for fun.
I like it. And then, Forrest, is there anywhere that you would like to be?
He's mostly going to walk around near people to see what kind of information he can pick up from around them.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check, please.
$16.
You do get a little bit of information, but it's nothing like super crazy. Apparently, one of the dignitaries from the top tier has already came and disappeared into a private room. Very scandalous. There's rumors that Vance actually won't show up because of a last minute change of plans, and then said that Seeker Jokon is to show up in the next 20 minutes. That's about all you get.
Probably let us and the others know.
Okay. So, back to Esther.
She would only approach Bryce if he is moving away from the bar, like to be done with the bar, or if he is very obviously taking a break or something.
Yeah, after about, well, from the time that you get there, after about half an hour, he does get a little bit of a break, kind of steps off to the side and has a drink. A drink of water specifically, but a drink.
This was not the place I would expect to find you.
Well, it's better than the alternative, where I'd be in here.
That is fair. I meant this place as a whole, and that's...
Yeah, see, I tried that whole make mom and dad proud thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, I'm not making any money. I need to do something different. And this way, it's fun because I can see drunk people and mess with them.
I doubt I'd be making them very proud either.
I didn't hear a thing you just said.
I doubt I would be making them very proud either.
Something tells me you're making them a little bit more proud than me. I've heard stories. Don't know if they're all true, but heard stories. I heard that you fought a lion with your bare hands. Mind you, that's Rosanna talking. I don't know if she actually was telling the truth.
You know, there was a time where I was not remembering a lot, so I might have.
I think all of us were. So, appreciate you coming here. But what's your plan?
Oh, a lot has happened. You know of the special guest that I think was brought here?
I don't know anybody right now.
They have Yorick.
Oh, they do.
Yes. I was given a personal invitation by Yokan to be here.
And I assume that's probably why you have that little thing on your chest.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I promise you I didn't do that because what goes on upstairs, I don't even know.
I didn't think you would do that.
Frankly, I don't want to know.
I don't really want to go up there either, but I don't really have a choice.
I mean, you do. You can
Mm.
just not go up there.
But do I?
We both know you know. No, you don't.
Exactly.
Word to the wise, given what you're probably gonna end up doing, I would go up there with somebody else.
I'm here with someone who was also given a pin.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I trust them for now, I think. A lot of weird shit has happened.
That's fair.
Is Diana visible where we are?
Yeah, she hasn't gone too far.
She'll point her out. Or S will point her out. Lady Diana is traveling with me and a few other people.
Okay. I'll just chalk that up to you made somebody happy.
We will have a long talk after this if we make it out of here.
I mean, I hope we make it out of here. Shoot. I mean, figured get you here, let you say your piece, and let you go on about your merry way.
A lot of things that have been unexpected have happened. And she'll motion to her lack of scars.
And he's just like, either you get really good at makeup, or something happened that I don't want to know about.
You can guess, you know me.
And definitely not the makeup then.
Yes. Diana. Again.
He just kind of nods. He's like, well, drinks are on me tonight for you. Your friends still got to pay. But I know you can drink a bit, so it'll be alright.
Yes. I won't be drinking much, though. I need to keep a clear head here.
One or two probably wouldn't hurt, though.
That's
And actually, as a matter of fact, he kind of walks over and he gets a rather nice bottle of wine and pours out just a little bit and puts it down in front of you. Start with this. It might help.
Thank you.
And he heads on back to what he was doing.
She'll drink it.
All right. Has anybody else migrated anywhere? Like anybody going to the
No.
dance floor? Anybody
No.
going to gamble?
Find a corner to hide in. Not my scene.
Okay.
Egan is beside Indigo. She'll look around, try to find like a let's call it a happy tent for the purposes of this. And be like, I bet if you go there, you'll be right up your own alley.
Go where?
To that tent over there. I think you'll find that You're safe.
I'll go check it out. I don't know what I'm getting into though.
Are you trying to direct him into a quote unquote private room or no?
No. A smoke-filled room.
Oh. Actually, as a matter of fact, if you do go out back from there, there is a patio that has some equipment set up for that. However, it is definitely not necessarily what Egan particularly enjoys personally. However, at
But
least
it
that
would be
would
up
be
his
more his.
alley, not exactly right.
Yeah.
Indigo would be nursing a drink, not wanting to get drunk, but definitely watching anyone at the bar that might have a flower that is particularly getting drunk.
It's still rather early, so
Just watching.
no. However, there are a couple that are already starting to have quite a few.
Yep. Keeping my eye on those people.
Then Forrest, what are you doing?
Sorry, one sec, please. Alright, quick question. With the living art thing, how far can it go from me again? Was it only like 60 feet or something?
Yes, it is.
And about how much of a distance is there from where we are to upstairs?
In order to like summon it up there.
It's not necessarily summon up there, but if like I would have someone sneak it up the stairs just so I can have them take a quick look around.
I mean, you could probably do it from like the main area. However, it might be a little bit weird for you to like pull your flute out and start playing it. You gonna work on trying to do that though?
I was thinking about it, but I'm not sure if I'd be able to find somewhere private where I'd be able to effectively sneak it.
Give me a stealth check, just for fun. Don't worry about disadvantage. Just regular stealth check.
6.
You think you're hidden. You're like under the stairs.
He'll just play his flute for now, just to make absolutely sure no one can see him.
You're playing for a couple 30, 45 seconds. And you see somebody kind of come up next to the steps. They kind of stop and they kind of like put their head up underneath it, and she just kind of looks and she's like, well, that's a really nice tune you got there.
Oh, thank you.
Was that one of your songs or was that somebody else's?
It's something I learned from my former master.
Oh, your former master. And she kind of like reaches her hand out and she's like, Julia.
Forrest. Yeah, we'll shake her hand.
And she kind of looks at you. She's like, "It's nice to meet you."
Thank you. Thank you.
How about you come on out here and we can talk over here? Get a seat.
Sure.
Kind of lead you over to the table and sit you down.
Forrest is just gonna soundly curse to himself.
And you sit there and talk with her for a little bit, and everybody else is going about their business. S is kind of biding time, and a chime goes off. And then the host is like, "Now arriving, Seeker Jokan." And his entourage. What would everybody like to do?
Forrest is gonna panic real quick, make sure S isn't charging the stage.
S will probably set the wine glass down and just grip the edges of the table, because if she didn't, she'd probably break the wine glass.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just it was the female dragonborn that handed Indigo the note, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Doing what her specifically?
Okay. A bunch of people kind of get up and start walking out toward the main hall. They're all kind of like trying to gather around and see this guy actually walk in.
Can S see them from where she is still?
Talking about the group or the main hall?
Jokan and his group.
No, cannot.
Okay. She would down the rest of whatever wine's in the glass and then go to where she can see them.
Okay, so you make your way out onto like the dance area. I
Sure.
assume you don't want to walk directly up to him.
No, she wants to see, like, make sure. She doesn't want to join them, but she wants to keep them in view.
Okay. What about everybody else?
Just watching, trying to
Honestly,
stay out of the way.
Honestly, that might not be a bad idea to kind of follow as and keep a better view on the group, especially since Indigo wants to track that female dragonborn. Just kind of be there for moral support as well.
Forrest is going to ask his new friend if she knows of any special events happening tonight.
She kind of smiles. And I can make a special event happen if you want that to happen.
What does that mean?
Use your imagination.
Yeah, I'm drawing up a blank here.
And she, again, kind of reaches out to, like, touch your arm. And she's like, "How about I show you?"
Oh. I'm sorry, but no thanks.
She's like, "Are you sure?"
It's not that you're pretty, it's just I'm trying to keep a clear head for now.
Then she kind of, like, stares you in the eyes. She's like, You should really think about that again. And I need you to make a wisdom save, please.
$19.
At first, you're like, I really should go with this woman. And then you're like, no, no, I don't like this. This doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to maintain that. I'm gonna pass for.
And then she kind of gets up and says, okay. And then she kind of like walks around the other side of the table and she goes down to like give you a kiss. Will you let her?
No. I'm gonna slink away real fast.
Okay. And she just kind of like gives you a dirty look and she's like, I'll remember that. I'll see you again. And she kind of walks out the back door. And he can see this lady kind of like stomping away from Forrest.
I'm gonna shoot him a massive what the fuck look. Because Force knows something was wrong there.
Go ahead and roll me a religion check.
$11.
You have no idea. Anyway, before we get back to the rest of the group, I'm actually going to stop right here because it seems like a really good spot. Because the proceeding is going to be very eventful. I feel like. Forrest, I will have reasons for your absence. Have fun on your vacation. As for everybody else,
See you next week.
yes, we will.
I took horrible notes this time, guys. I was crocheting.
That's fine. It's not like we don't record it or anything.
That's true. That's true. The craziness happened. Yeah, yeah.
No, not yet. Nothing really
Oh.
crazy happened this time.
Oh, come on, Indigo pushed Egan into the smoke den.
And Forrest tried to get, well, almost got seduced by something.
I'm guessing succubus. I was getting that vibe.
That's probably a good vibe. Probably a good guess.
Me and Dangle talked about this, so I know.
Yeah, and I feel like, given stuff about Forrest that I know, it'd probably be all right, cool. I need a couple days. Not necessarily like full on like go atone, but all right, cool. I'm gonna hide for a couple days. So, yeah, like I said, not a whole lot like crazy happened. We got a lot done though. I think. Feel like introduced some subclasses, some new abilities. That's got to make some shit.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
And Diana will be back just in time for the fun.
That's
Fela here. So the dice have been rolled for the session, and we've had our after-game care with you all included. From us here at Total Party Crit, we thank you for joining us at our virtual table. As always, if you have any game-related questions for our players or DM, including lore questions, anything that happened in the recent game or questions about any items we have, please feel free to leave a comment in the video with them or on one of our social media pages. Links for those will be down in the description under the video. Music attributions will also be there as well, and there will be a Discord post about all of the music used in this session as well. The world is a crazy place, so stay safe, and we hope to see you again.